ECU. Oh, look, it's Stella the shop dog. All right, it is the two-stroke turbo channel. We work on a lot of two-stroke cars here. Today, we are not working on a two-stroke car. We're trying to have a good attitude and bring this theft recovered CRV back to life. If you guys recall, a few months ago, this car was stolen from my customer with warm cookies inside as she was going to deliver to a homeless camp. Car was sold among the homeless, and what happened? It got stuck. In other words, they wedged it into a ravine and blew the head gasket. So the radiator, if you can see right there, right where my finger is, it's got a hole in the top, and exhaust pressure on, I think it's cylinder number 4. Every time it fires, it blows hot exhaust through the radiator. So I'm hoping the head's not torched. But today is the day to try to fix this thing and get it back to her. She has another car in between, but she wants this one back. Now, it got so hot that the spark plug wires have actually melted to the spark plugs. So it's going to take me a while to get this thing apart and figure out what's going on with it. And like I said, I hope the head doesn't have a torch mark where it got so hot that it actually melted the aluminum, and that will bring things to a halt. So I'm not going to put any money into this thing, at least that's the plan, until I take it apart, examine it, and see what's going on. So today is remove the head. So this is it. We're going to, if it does work out, I'm going to fix it, get the license plates back on it, tune it up, fix the wipers, anything it needs, get it back to her, and hopefully life will go on. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're working on our charity project here. This is our 2000 Honda CRV that was stolen from my customer and abused, and we're trying to revive it, at least see if it's worth reviving. It's been over-revved, overheated, and the one thing I didn't plan on was it to take 2.5 hours to get the spark plugs out, and that's because it was so overheated that the bases of the spark plug wires, like this here, melted down in the wells. So I've been chipping with a sharp, long screwdriver. The spark plugs are down, way down in the wells. They're at least 4, maybe 5 inches down. And there's no real way to get that out except for just digging, prying, using a vice grip, trying to clamp onto something, break it out. And when it does come out, it looks something like this. You can see all the rubber bits on there. I also used my trusty shop vac and shop air with the rubber tip nozzle to keep blowing out all the bits of rubber. And there's bits of rubber all over my floor, all over the place. I just work on one, the next one. It took me 2.5 hours. And once I've cleaned out a hole, I'll put a new spark plug back in there, because once you get the spark plug out, it looks like this. It's all chiseled from me chiseling. I don't know if you can see the chisel marks on there. I didn't want to risk not being able to pull it out. So I want to do a compression test on this thing first before I tear it apart, just to make sure we don't have a low hole. I don't think so, but I want to know what the baseline is. And to do that, I got to get the plugs out. Plugs got to come out anyways. But it's taken a long time, and it's really sad because it's all due to abuse. Okay, welcome back. We got the cylinder head off of our 2000 Honda CRV, and as always, sometimes I'm confused, confuddled, confused. So this thing was pumping. You can see the nasty oil. I changed the oil. It was a milkshake. It was mixing coolant and oil. So that's not good. This is an open deck 2.0 liter, and compression tested 160, 90, 120, and 180. So something's been going on between these two cylinders. They're low. 160, 180 is sort of close. I don't know. The cylinders look all right, other than just having some water in them. But I'm looking close at the head gasket here. It's a metal layered head gasket, and I see one crack in the gasket right there. But other than that, I cannot tell where she was swapping coolant to the oil or exhaust to the radiator. So I'm a little concerned. I don't see anything cracked on the head. I think I'm going to take it in and have it checked. It's just not knowing. I mean, it could just be that little tiny crack. Most likely it is, but I don't know. I think we're going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to break this down, take it to the cylinder head shop, see if I can get them to level it, test it, maybe do a valve job if it looks good, and then we'll put a new head gasket on it and let it go. Both sides look about the same. This side is actually not broken. It's been on there for a while. It's been torture tested. Gosh, I hope this fixes this thing. All right, well, that's enough for today. I just wish there was, I'm glad that I'm not seeing a scorch. In other words, hot combustion blowing through the other side and creating a divot. I don't see that on the block or the head. So I guess that's good. But there's been something going on, and maybe this is an indication something's blowing out the back. I don't know. I think a head gasket is worth a try on this thing. See if we can bring her back to life. Now we just got to keep it from getting stolen again, and I got to get my attitude adjusted because everything around me is getting stolen. That's what it seems like. All right. Thanks for watching, and thanks for bearing with me. It took me a little while. Everything was stuck on this thing. The cams did not want to come out. The cam bearings were completely stuck from being overheated. All the bolts, everything just felt like it went through an old furnace. Everything was really, really hot. So let's make this thing live again.